Good morning. Welcome to 4 by 8 Paper Stuff. This is still Beth. We are still working in our traveler's notebook processing, and we are still in our river journal. So let's get going. We're on the Amazon.
Good morning. So, as I try to reboot my reboot, YouTube is not cooperating. I think my channel's name was changed to 4 by 8 Paper Stuff Allen. My last name is Allen. I guess I'm okay with that. I don't know. I need a tech person to come live with me for about 7 weeks and show me how to use all this stuff. Just when I have it figured out, something else weird, wacko happens. Okay, so I have preached on other channels. I am preaching constantly. I am a process person and I like to watch processing, so that's what I do. So I guess I better get out some paper and glue. Okay, I said Amazon, right? Right. Oh Lord, I haven't gotten any farther than that. As I am a processor, I don't plan my spreads. I try to do them every day. I'm usually stumbling through them right in front of you. And when I say stumble, I mean stumble. As this is starting to evolve into a little bit of a journal of found journals, those I have written out ahead of time. If I choose to do one that day. I'm not always going to do one every day. And if I do film, I film the day before if I put this up. So this is Tuesday, November 1st. You're going to watch it on November 2nd. And I don't know what I'm going to do. So let's see if I can figure out what I'm going to do right in front of you. And I really didn't want to go hit out of the box with a voiceover. Well, I might. There's a lot happening in the United States today, and I'm watching the news. And let's just say when I watch the news, it's not something crazy from a crazy station. I can't even tell you which one I watch because it'll... no politics, no politics. I don't watch Fox, let's just say that. Okay. I'm going to do a voiceover because I don't know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to struggle. And I haven't been in this journal for a month. And it usually takes me a couple days to reacclimate, but I'm jumping in. So I'm going to jump in with a voiceover.
I just am stamping Amazon on some Tomoa River like paper. It's not Tomoa River paper, I don't think. Um, I'm using StazOn ink because I think I'm going to put watercolor on here too, and I don't want it to run. Those are my Amy Tangerine, Amy Tangerine fonts, and I talk about that a little bit coming up. And I'm just typing a title. Not typing. What am I doing? Stamping. See, I don't even remember what I'm doing. Stamping.
So, what have I done so far? Stamped with my favorite. I don't include this in my favorites either. Yesterday I made a list of favorites. Jose Naranja and Amy Tangerine fonts are just assumed. This was not my idea. This was my life mitts. I don't lose it because I've lost Amy before. Now I have two Amy's, but I keep them both in here. And I've got it labeled according. These are pill bottles that you can get at the dollar store. Pill containers. And I labeled it. And actually I've got many other ones. These are little tiny like planner things, but weather and geography and geo tracking things and a little tiny paintbrush. Tiny bit bigger. Just more travel things. More fonts. There's 2 or 3 in here. That's a big one. So there's 2 or 3 each font. And I got another one ready to go. But it's tiny, so I don't know what I'm going to put in there. Love this system. And I don't lose it because this is chunky and hard to lose. And I'm a horrible... I lose everything. I lose everything. How come this doesn't fit back in here? Oh, there we go. Anyhow. And I think I'm going to add a little paint to this. Well, I don't think. I know. My paints? I'm only repeating myself here because the reboot of my reboot got a whole new name, and I don't know who's here. And my reboot originally, like mid-October, really hasn't taken off at all. So I'm kind of repeating some of the things I normally do. You'll see me with torn edges. I love torn edges. You'll see me with Prima paints. I put all, and Jane Davenport. I put them all in here. Well, here and here. Just tins that I was able to, that's Jane Davenport Brights. Don't have the new one. Oh, here's another product that is my favorite. I should have included this. Neocolor 2 water-soluble colored crayons. Love these things. I have a big set and I have a travel set that's around here somewhere. Yeah, right here. This only has 10 colors. This is my little travel set. And this I got at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York in September. October. August, end of August. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. And after that, still not sure. More voiceover.
What am I doing? I'm going to add some watercolor and I'm going to make a map. The process of making the map, I'm just adding some watercolor to that title and drawing it with my heat gun. The process of making my map, I like to trace things out of books or wherever, but I didn't have a trace obstacle available, so I got a huge Gazette book. My pencil is following the Amazon right there. I got a huge map, not Gazette book, why did I call it that? A map book that I got at a used bookstore. And I repurpose a lot of books from used bookstores. I cannibalize them, and I love doing that. And they're cheaper. I mean, these cost me $2 or $3. And I get a lot on Amazon used books, which are like a penny plus shipping. I try to go that route. And I have done my own version of South America. I'm painting the land brown, as land is, and I'm going to paint the edges blue, as the water is around South America. Is it exact? No. Is it pretty darn good for me? Yep. I'm not an artist. I should always say that too. I'm not an artist. I just play. I have no training. I do a few groups. I have a watercolor group that I belong to. Well, it's a watercolor class, but we really don't have a teacher. We have a facilitator. And I'm learning by hook or by crook and a lot of practice. And so I'm evolving as a watercolor person better than I used to be. And this is my South America. Now I'm adding a little bit of green around the edges. Because the Amazon is in a lot of jungle, from what I can tell and what I've researched. And I just used a big pen around the edge. Big pen goes over everything, and they're cheap to replace if you ruin them. And I just labeled the Atlantic Ocean, and then I'm going to label Amazon, and that's how I made my title page for the Amazon River. So now I guess I'll add it to my title page. These papers were already here. I did this before I stopped for October. And actually, the other title pages for the other rivers have a layering paper effect also. So I am trying to keep my title pages a tad bit consistent. There goes that scratchy border. I don't know what it is, but I love that scratchy border. I think I talk about it even more without a voiceover. What is with that scratchy border? I don't have a clue.
All right. Well, I don't hate it. If you're new and haven't watched another channel of mine or anything that had been on the internet previously, you will not know that I like maps. I like a scribbled border for whatever reason. I don't know. It's just happening right now on everything. I scribbled the title. This paper is from this little book. And this little book I got at a Japanese bookstore in New York. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It starts with a K. It's really long. Kakakui-kumu, something like that. It's not, I can't read the writing on here. It is not a lectern. I thought it was when I first bought it. It's got grids. It's almost a Tomoe River paper substance. It's got some kind of date system or writing down here. Index, like a bullet journal. But I don't think it was a lectern. But then on the other hand, I thought I bought one in New York. So it might be, but it doesn't say anywhere here. It says standard, something standard French. No, I don't know what that says. What should have been is, it says on here. Another word, stationary right there, standard. Almost looks like standard French dry, but I don't know what that is either. I've been ripping paper out of it. I love the Tomoe River paper. That's another favorite. Assumed. Always. Tomoe River paper. If Kathy S. finds me, Tomoe River paper. Okay, I think I'm done. I think I like it. We're ready to hit the water. This is going to curl. It's already coming apart. I'm okay with that. I'm going to reconstruct it when it's all done. I can't make these kind of journeys like I like to do and flip-flop around so the spine stays less curved. I'm not built that way in my head. This is a used book that I got at a great used bookstore here in South Carolina. I love these kind of books. I've repurposed them. Have a good day.
Thanks for watching. As it says, don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment. I'll try to answer it. That's my Instagram name. And this is my name here, or I don't know. I think it's 4x8 Paper Stuff Allen. Come back tomorrow. Maybe I'll know my name by then.